Hey buddy, thanks for clicking on this video and welcome to our channel, Fact Hunters. In this video, we will take you through the top 10 most intense facts about Mars. If you're new to this channel, then here's our introduction. We here at Fact Hunters are a bunch of knowledge lovers and we like to share our knowledge, which we do by creating and sharing some interesting facts videos daily on our channel. So, if you would like to have our content on your feed, then please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. Number 10. Mars has methane in its atmosphere. The presence of methane in the atmosphere directly indicates the presence of life on Mars, as methane is mainly emitted by microbes or geological activities. And planets with active methane are more likely to have life on them. Nobody knows from where the methane came to Mars, and scientists are trying to figure out the reason for the presence of methane on Mars. Number 9. Mars is a popular spacecraft destination. There have been so many Martian missions from the Earth that it has become hard to count on them. NASA's Vikings were the first landers that were successful to land on Mars in 1976. NASA is so far the only agency to successfully land a rover onto the Mars. Apart from this, many other space agencies have managed to successfully put their spacecraft into the Mars orbit, like the Soviet Union, European space agencies, and India's ISRO. In fact, India was able to successfully launch its spacecraft into Mars orbit in the very first try with a very small budget of the mission, which was just $73 million US. Number 8. Mars can kill any unprotected astronaut in seconds. There are many unpleasant scenarios present in Mars which can kill any unprotected astronaut in seconds. The first is the temperature of Mars. The average temperature on Mars is -50°F, that is -45°C. Another reason is that the air pressure on Mars is only 1% of what we experience on Earth. So, any astronaut who takes out his helmet will just burst off because of the difference in his blood pressure and Mars' atmospheric pressure. Number 7. Previously, we believed that the Mars was like the Moon. All of the early NASA probes, coincidentally, took the image of the parts of the Mars that had craters on it. So, all the early images we got of Mars had craters that were like the craters on the Moon. This led many space scientists to believe that Mars have a similar environment to the Moon. This all became clear when a space probe named Mariner 9 discovered that Mars have dust storms. Mariner 9 also founded the vast Valles Marineris. It played a huge part in making the image of Mars clear to us. Number 6. Mars has 2 moons and one of them is about to die. Mars has 2 moons named Phobos and Deimos. They are very similar to an asteroid. Phobos has a very short lifetime as compared to other space bodies. In 30 to 50 million years, Phobos will crash onto the Mars surface or rip apart because the tidal force of the Mars will be too much for it to resist. As they have a similar composition to asteroids found elsewhere in the solar system, most scientists believe that Mars' gravity snatched them and forced them into the orbit. Number 5. Pieces of Mars are present on the Earth. In the past, Mars have been hit by several asteroids, due to which many debris were produced. Most of this debris fell back in the planet, but some of them were ejected in the solar system. Now, the debris moved around the solar system, and some of them even land on Earth. This debris is technically called SNC. Gases trapped in some of this debris have been practically identical to the samples brought up by NASA's Vikings. Number 4. Mars used to have a more thicker atmosphere. It is believed that Mars had a thicker atmosphere in the past than what it has today. This thinning of the Mars atmosphere was caused by the Sun's energy. The Sun's energy striking the Mars atmosphere must have stripped the lighter form of hydrogen from the top. This would have lessened the amount of atmosphere near Mars. Number 3. Mars has some extreme high and low terrain. Mars has some of the tallest volcanoes found in our solar system, with Olympus Mons as the tallest of all volcanoes present in our solar system. It is 16 miles, that is 25 kilometers high, with a diameter of the same length as the state of Arizona. Mars also has some deep and wide canyon. In some parts, these canyons are 4 miles, that is 7 kilometers deep, and as wide as the United States. This is mainly because of Mars's weak gravitational force, which is just 37% of what we experience on Earth. Number 2. Mars had water in the past. Several spacecraft have spotted signs of ancient water channels grooved in the terrain and rocks that only could have formed in the presence of water. But this still stays debatable, and many people do believe that there was no presence of water on the Mars. Many people also misinterpreted something and claimed the existence of water on Mars as, for example, Percival Lowell misinterpreted observations of canali, the Italian word for channels, on the planet as evidence of alien-made canals. It turned out Lowell's observations were hampered by poor telescope optics of his day, and the canals he saw were optical illusions. Share with us your views on this topic in the comments section below. Number 1. Mars has frozen water today. We know for sure that there is ice at the poles, and possibly frosty locations elsewhere on the planet. But Mars' thin atmosphere does not allow the water to flow, and also because of the extremely cold temperatures, it is only found in solid state there. We've practical evidence that there is ice on the Mars, but no one knows how much water they hold. The question now is that is the ice is capable of melting enough water in the summer long enough to support any microbes. So, this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, then please leave a like on this video. You can give your feedback in the comments section below. With this, I'm signing off for today. I hope you have a great day ahead.